What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope everyone had a great Monday. Great start to the week. Let's do a recap for Monday. Hopefully everybody got to see the video that I did yesterday, but it has now been pulled down because of I made a comment. It wasn't a political comment, but that's how they took it. And again, we have no free speech anymore. So apparently, if you feel like you as an American citizen have free speech, you are sorely mistaken, unless you believe in what they want you to believe. So, don't know. They said that I violated a policy and it was harmful use of words. There was no cursing. There was no, I don't know what I said. Apparently they just thought something was political. But, that's the world we live in now. So, let's see if we can keep this one online. Let's do a recap of what we did yesterday. Great day yesterday. First off, congrats to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Nick Saban, Mac Jones, Devontae Smith, Najee Harris, all of that. What may be, and a lot of people are saying this, that might be the best Alabama team that's ever been. Might be the best team Nick Saban's ever had. It might be the greatest college football team ever. I don't think that's fair. I'm not saying that it's not possible, because they were, undoubtedly, they were just unbelievable to watch. But let's think about the 2020 season. Let's think about how many teams, didn't get to play the normal schedule. How many teams had to get games postponed or canceled outright? How many times teams went in shorthanded? How many times teams went in without practice? How many times, just so much thing because of all of this, just COVID horse shit. It's all just a joke. And all of the Corona bros in the world that, the sports media, what kills me is you make a living off of sports, but yet you are so for the cancellation and there being no sports. Like, that's what you root for. So why don't you just go find another profession? Anyway, I digress, I guess. But there's no doubt that is one of the most impressive seasons that I've ever seen a team have. Even if it was a little bit inflated based on other teams, there's no question that we're better than Ohio State, before, during, and after. There's no question that we're better than Clemson before, during, and after. There's no question that Notre Dame never had a prayer against, any of those teams. I told you going into the Notre Dame Clemson game that at the very end of the season for the ACC championship that it was a fluke that Notre Dame even won the first matchup. It was because Trevor Lawrence was not there. And I think that was proven to be true when you saw the ass whooping that Clemson gave them. So, but last night, what was it, 52-26, they beat the ever-living shit out of Ohio State. So, congrats to Alabama, congrats to Nick Saban and his crew. That was one of our premium plays yesterday. So, let's do a rundown of what I gave out yesterday. I had one play in NCAA basketball. Boise State took care of business easily. They were single-digit favorites. They won with their eyes closed. So, a 1-0 day in NCAA basketball. Gave out 3 plays in the NBA yesterday. $200, one favorite. The favorite we gave out was the Memphis Grizzlies on the money line, minus 130. Pretty easy win there. We did give out the 76ers plus the points. They did not come through. They ended up getting beat and not covering the spread. But then we gave out the Toronto Raptors plus the points. Not only did they cover the spread, but they won outright. Or maybe they may have, I think they did win outright. Anyway, I'm doing this from the car. So a 2-1 day in the NBA, following up the 1-0 day in NCAA basketball. Then in NCAA football last night for the national championship, we gave out one premium play on the game itself. That was Alabama -8. Some people got it at 8.5. Either way, easy win by almost 30 points. So a win there. Then I gave out 6 prop wagers. 6. Went 5-1. So we went 6-1 overall in the national championship, 2-1 in the NBA, 1-0 in NCAA basketball. So, what gets better than that? So you ended up going 9-2 yesterday if you were on my plays. 9-2. Think about it. You could have bought a month pass yesterday and you've already made your money back. Hell, depending on what you bet per game, you could have made back an all-access pass. Easily, anybody that bought a 3-day or a 1 week yesterday, you've already made your money back and turned profit, and you still have time to go. So jump on a package today. 3 days, 7 days, a month all access. Get on a soccer package. Keep in mind, today is January the 12th, Tuesday. Tomorrow, NHL starts. Anybody that's been with me in NHL knows how much money we make in hockey. We do better than anyone in the business by a mile, and it is not going to be any different in 2021. So I cannot wait for hockey to kick off. It starts tomorrow. Go jump on the hockey season. I've got a discount on the site right now if you want to jump on the whole season. And I tell you what, you want to get on a season pass or a 1-year all access pass or something long term, send me a DM on Twitter at PicksChase today, and I will give you a discount that is not on the site, that is not being promoted, and will not be out for the general public. You DM me and I can tell you I'll take care of you beyond what you can believe. Get on a long-term package today. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Stop worrying about nickel and diming yourself to death. Go get on something long-term, start investing, and start making the real money. All right, let's get on a free play. Let's go to the NBA today. Golden State Warriors, Indiana Pacers. Golden State's laying 3.5. I'm going to take the 3.5 with the Indiana Pacers. Now, here's the thing. Going into the season, I think everybody thought Indiana was the better team. I didn't. I still think that Golden State, led by Steph Curry, is the better of the two teams overall. I think that they will also go farther this season. But here's one thing we have. We still have a Golden State team that obviously had gone through the worst year they've had ever since the turnaround of the team last year. And what we have in that was a little bit strange coming into this year was, of course, Klay gets hurt again. Everybody's wondering, is Steph, has he fallen off? Has he done that? Obviously, you've seen by what he's done so far this year that he is back, and it's so fun to watch Steph Curry play basketball. But one thing that you have is an Indiana team that they don't necessarily slow the game down, but they force teams to play certain styles of ball. So if they want you to play outside, you're going to play outside. If they want you to have to play inside, they're going to make you play inside. You do not want the Golden State Warriors to play outside because that's where Curry and that whole team, they shine. But Curry especially. I mean, his shot range is basically from half court. He's like Trae Young in that regard. So they are going to try to keep the ball out of his hands, force them to have to go into the paint and drive the basket. Well, we know that that's where Golden State struggles. If any place they struggle, it's driving in versus shooting outside. And then the second thing I think they're going to struggle with is rebounding. Everybody thinks Draymond Green and those guys are great rebounders. And Draymond, he's a big boy. I'm not saying he's a bad rebounder. He's not a smart rebounder. Indiana will outbody, outwork, and outmuscle the Warriors. And if they do, and they do force the teams to play like they like them to play, saying, hey, we want Golden State to have to work inside to earn it under the basket. And on top of that, forcing it to say, hey, you're going to have to rebound and get second chance shots to beat us. I think that's where Indiana's going to shine. And I think they can win this game outright because of that being the primary factor. So I'm going to take the 3.5 points with the Indiana Pacers. And I think this is a game they can win outright. So premium play Indiana plus 3.5. Sprinkle a little bit on the money line if you would like to go with a secondary play. But if you want the card for today, the big action, we have soccer starting at 1 p.m. We've got soccer later afternoon action, NCAA basketball, more NBA. We've got everything going. Go to chasewins.com, go to the purchase page, get on a package, and I will see you in the winner's circle. Thanks, guys.